Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. The Usos and Sami Zayn have seemingly failed to recruit a fifth member to the OG Bloodline last Monday on WWE Raw ahead of their WarGames match against the Bloodline. A wrestling veteran recently claimed they may find their guy on SmackDown. Seth Rollins declined Zayn's request to reunite with Reigns on the Red brand. Meanwhile, Jimmy Uso was seen approaching the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker as his twin brother G was spotted conversing with WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. On the Busted Open After Dark podcast, wrestling veteran Tommy Dreamer discussed other potential names that could join forces with the original Tribal Chief and his team. On the same episode of the Busted Open After Dark podcast, wrestling veteran Tommy Dreamer suggested some WWE legends could return to join forces with the OG Bloodline in the WarGames match at Survivor Series. Dreamer claimed Goldberg or John Cena could align with Roman Reigns and his team. He also wondered whether The Undertaker could come out of retirement to become their fifth guy. A top WWE SmackDown star potentially joining the OG Bloodline as the fifth member for WarGames has garnered significant attention among fans, especially with hints from WWE veterans suggesting it could be possible. WarGames, the traditional multi-man cage match, has been an epic setting for faction-based rivalries, and the Bloodline storyline has been one of WWE's most gripping in recent years. With Roman Reigns at the helm, the faction has dominated WWE, and adding another top star to the group would amplify the hype for WarGames. A veteran's opinion on this matter lends credibility to the speculation, as WWE often involves seasoned wrestlers in discussing storyline direction. This veteran insight suggests WWE is open to adding another member to the Bloodline, which could drastically shake up the WarGames landscape. A fifth member could add depth to the storylines, showing that the Bloodline is uniting stronger than ever or signaling the presence of fractures within the team that require reinforcement. The idea of adding a top WWE SmackDown star into the mix is especially interesting given the choices WWE has on the roster. Solo Sikoa, who has been a crucial enforcer for the Bloodline, could easily find support from a fellow star who brings a fresh dimension to the faction. Potential candidates include Solo's recent allies or rivals who share the same Samoan heritage or have previously had run-ins with the Bloodline. One possible addition is Kevin Owens, who recently has had heated exchanges with Bloodline members, including a memorable rivalry with Roman Reigns. Owens has history with Sami Zayn, a former honorary Uso, and his inclusion could create an exciting dynamic where past betrayals and shifting loyalties come into play. Owens' intense style and disdain for Roman Reigns' leadership could bring a twist, as he might join the Bloodline with the intent to disrupt it from within. Another potential candidate is Jey Uso, who previously defected from the Bloodline, but could return to support his brother Jimmy in what could be seen as a family reunion of sorts. This would align with WWE's storytelling around family loyalty, which has been central to the Bloodline's narrative since its inception. Jey's involvement would be particularly impactful, as he has a complex history with Reigns, from challenging his authority to eventually aligning with him. If Jey returns as a surprise fifth member, it could signify his acceptance of Roman's leadership, or alternatively, a subtle scheme to ultimately dethrone him. Adding a fifth member to the OG Bloodline in WarGames would also elevate the stakes for Solo Sikoa. Solo, who has teased aspirations for leadership, could feel either bolstered or threatened by a new addition, depending on whether the member is a longtime ally or rival. With Solo unveiling new aspects of his Tribal Chief persona, having another Bloodline member might push him to prove his value, potentially setting up future tensions within the group. This possible fifth addition is not merely about numbers, but about strategic depth and storytelling potential in WWE's top faction. Given the intense fan interest and the stakes in WarGames, the veteran's hint about the addition could be a strategic decision to keep the Bloodline storyline fresh and unpredictable. With Roman Reigns at the helm and WarGames on the horizon, adding a SmackDown star to the Bloodline could change the game, keeping fans engaged in one of WWE's most celebrated story arcs. Cody Rhodes surprisingly teamed up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. It would be interesting to see if he would do it again at Survivor Series WarGames.